Hey, what's up guys? How's everybody doing today? So here we got another Netflix movie that just came down the pipe called The Titan. And so far, Netflix has taken a swing at quite a few different genres of film, and it's been kind of interesting to watch. However, I really didn't see them doing a high concept, low budget sci-fi movie, and I was kind of intrigued by it. But if you'll permit me a metaphor, this movie is kind of the equivalent of going on a date that's going very, very well. Everything's going well, your conversations are going great, they invite you back to their place, and you start getting a little frisky. But then all of a sudden you notice a rash and an allergic reaction, and you're like, fuck me, this person's allergic to latex. So you gotta put a halt to everything, and you gotta get some Benadryl, you gotta take care of the problem right away. And at that point, your enjoyment of the evening is basically over. And that's kind of how I felt about the third act. You just kind of randomly figured out that this movie was severely allergic to condoms. No offense to anybody who actually has a latex allergy. I know that can be harmful. But anyway, the basic plot of the movie is that it's set in the future. The Earth is still habitable, but it's still kind of on a downward spiral. However, there is a moon revolving around Saturn called Titan. But in the movie, it's the closest thing to being a habitable planet that we can find. However, human beings would not quite be able to survive, so they have to slightly alter their DNA and do a bunch of tests and stuff like that. So they put a group of people through a bunch of trials, and there's a bunch of successes, a bunch of failures, and that's basically the movie is like trying to get through that whole thing. Now, at first glance, it actually is a really intriguing idea for a movie. And it's partially because Titan is actually like a real thing. I don't know if it'll ever actually be habitable, but like as far as our solar system goes, it's probably the least harmful spot for humans potentially. Then again, I don't know that for a fact, that's just what Google told me. Now, by all accounts, this was actually a really good movie for about 2/3 of it. It's a pretty well acted movie. It's got a good cast. It's got Sam Worthington, it's got Tom Wilkinson, it's got Taylor Schilling from Orange is the New Black, and it's also got the chick that plays Missandei on Game of Thrones. And they all did a pretty good job for the most part. And the whole high concept, low budget kind of gave off this very Ex Machina kind of vibe. Not that these movies are anything comparable, because this movie has nothing to do with artificial intelligence, but I just kind of got that same mysterious vibe kinda. And the movie is pretty unpredictable. It took some swings for the fences, but it also did a good job with showing you most of the characters' motivations for why they're going through with this test, because it is kind of risky. Like, I thought the majority of the characters had a pretty decent amount of chemistry where it was appropriate. And all in all, it was just a really good movie, and it had my attention. But then about 2/3 of the movie, it just went off the fucking rails. It's like we were driving nice and smooth down a freshly paved freeway, and then took a random sharp turn on a dirt road full of dead pigeons everywhere. I honestly was just fucking dumbfounded. Like, on paper, it might have sounded good, but even then, I just... fucking ugh. It literally almost turned into a completely fucking different movie, and I was just like shocked and just like weirded out by it. But it's like I said before, at least the movie swung for the fences. It tried to do something. I gotta give it a little bit of credit. But the entire third act, I was just looking at the screen like, what in the actual titty fuck am I looking at right now? So despite everything I've said, I think for a score out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 5.7. This movie got way fucked up real quick and had its head so far up its own ass. But you know what? It was something different. At least Netflix had the balls to at least try something new. And it was nice to see Sam Worthington once in a while, because he hasn't been in enough shit lately. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Have you seen this movie? Have you heard of it? Were you as shocked as I was? Hop in the comments. Let me know what's up. Other than that, if you like this review, give me a like, subscribe to all that other bullshit, and I will catch you guys later.